That's Prime Minister Narendra Modi ahead of elections in Gujarat. This is a huge poll outreach. The Patel community is where the target is. Prime Minister Modi there, along with Home Minister Amit Shah, they're going to be present on the same stage with the Prime Minister speaking and reaching out to the Patel audience. This is what's on the cards as per what we see and hear.
यहाँ पर संबोधित करेंगे, वो भी अपने आप में बेहद महत्वपूर्ण है। प्रधानमंत्री पहुंच चुके हैं राजकोट। ये सीधे दृश्य
Mr. Narendra Modi, who's all set to speak on a stage. It's a one-day visit, Gujarat visit, that he's also all set to inaugurate a 200 multi-speciality charitable hospital in Rajkot, a 200-bed facility. Prime Minister Modi held a massive rally in Rajkot, attended by over 3 lakh people. He said that his government is committed to work for the underprivileged. He's also remembered Mahatma Gandhi and Sardar Patel. He slammed the Congress, saying that BJP refrained itself from dynasty politics. Shortly, he will be addressing a seminar of leaders of various cooperative institutions at the Sahakar Se Samriddhi event in Gandhinagar. He will be accompanied by Home Minister Amit Shah, who will stay in Gujarat for 2 days. Let me cut across to Saurabh Akhtania joining us for more on that. Saurabh, give us the agenda for Prime Minister Modi's visit in Gujarat ahead of polls. We know this is a massive Patel community outreach. But of course, the one thing that all of us are curious to know is Hardik Patel going to be formally joining the BJP in the presence of the top leaders?
So Nabila, the Patidar event which actually took place in Rajkot is now over. He delivered a speech and it was clearly a fierce attack on the UPA government, and he also claimed that how so much of development has been done in Gujarat after 2001, after which the Modi and the BJP government came into power. The inauguration of the hospital was over, and now this particular event which currently is happening is in Gandhinagar. Behind me you can see the visuals that the society, the cooperative society members are present over here. The most important part over here, Nabila, is that first time after a very long time, let me tell you, after a very long time, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah will be sharing a stage together in this particular event. This is the cooperative society event where around 7,000 leaders of the cooperative society from all over the Gujarat are present over here. Let me tell you, the virtual opening of a nano urea plant will also be done from over here. So clearly it's a mega development boost ahead of the Gujarat Assembly election. The first important event which held was at the Patidar dominated belt in the Saurashtra area. Patel Seva Samaj have built the hospital which was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi earlier. He also addressed a huge public meeting, around 3 lakhs people were present, and now Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be here in this particular event where Amit Shah will also be sharing the stage with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. They both are going to deliver a speech, after which Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Gujarat gets over, but Amit Shah is going to stay back tomorrow. There are several rounds of meetings as well as important events of Amit Shah's are scheduled, after which he's also going to watch the final of IPL at Narendra Modi Stadium in Motera. The major takeout from this whole visit, Nabila, is about the development project, the development which has been happening in Gujarat. He clearly said that the industries are being built, there are so many pharmaceutical companies which have been built, the roads of Gujarat, and so many things. So what Prime Minister Narendra Modi clearly is saying over here, that the UPA government earlier failure and how the BJP government is looking at the development of Gujarat and making up and putting up the example in all over India. So clearly this is the third visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Remember, after the result of 5 state results were declared, and the third visit. So clearly Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself on the ground, on the campaigning ahead of Gujarat Assembly election.
Right, Saurabh, at this point, we also know that Gujarat elections, as it comes close, like you did say, Prime Minister Modi reaching out to certain sections which could have been the Congress's stronghold, which is the Patidar community. Of course, we know that Hardik has pulled off, but does that mean the Congress loses out on its real vote bank within the Patidar circles? Is Hardik the only face from the community which the BJP is also trying to woo now simultaneously?
So well, Nabila, here we have to understand that the Patidar actually are the kingmakers for the Gujarat Assembly election. They have an influence around 60 to 65 seats. So what had actually happened in 2015 is that the Patidar committee were very much unhappy, and it showed in the 2017 elections as well, but where the Congress had got a good number of seats and BJP lost many seats in the important Patidar area dominated well, but it managed to win the elections. But now what the BJP want to do is it want to regain, it want to retain all the Patidar dominated seats, and therefore this particular visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is very important.